so watch and learn. I heard a voice of his broken hymn saying, "I'm not, this is who I am." I know you ain't there yet. Don't stop to catch your breath. You're going higher, 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 higher. Let go, set me free. Got the streets all I need. We're going higher, 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 higher. Keep running, keep running, keep running. Reach out, reach out. Keep running, keep running, keep running. Reach out, reach out.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Today's game will be all about the turnovers. The Rams are top 10 in turnover differential. And they'll be up against the Falcons team that wants to be careful not to play into that strength.
Thank you very much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL. The National Football League is here and on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Rams. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Here's Brissett. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. And now a first down following that long gain. From the gun, here's Brissett. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. Past the 20, 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. It's that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Second down, this is Gurley. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. The power move there couldn't buy him much space. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Here we go! Here we go! Here we go! Ohio! 38!
Brissett sets to throw it. On the right side, this is Austin with a catch. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. For the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he spins past him and into space. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. They got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it perfectly and found not just a crease, a gigantic hole. And off he goes, and he's still going all the way to the end zone.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
Here we go.
Now Taylor to throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. A quick hitter complete. It's Austin. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Gurley, handoff left. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Tech McKinley coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. Here's Johnny Hecker now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Falcons now. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because if they weren't ready to go on the last one, give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Back to throw here. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. 23 yards on the play. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Taylor Gabriel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons will extend their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
Here's Bosher to kick it away. It's fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This Touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Rams getting set to go now. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Tech McKinley in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Let's go, Ohio! Here we go! What? 90! Flex round! Flex round! Here we go!
On second down, Taylor. And fights through. And the pressure gets to him again. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Out of the gun, Brissett. Dance pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Grady Jarrett in there to drop him yet again, and he must be shell-shocked back there. That's now back-to-back-to-back sacks, and it's 4th down. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And it's fielded at the 34. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
He'll look to throw. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. That's a matchup maybe they go back to their outer third of the field as this game continues.
Yeah, I think back to my high school coach, John Ford, used to say when we got big plays early in a game or good plays, he'd always say, foul it away, lad, foul it away, because he'd want to come back to it later in a key situation. It may come back to this one a little more often than that.
Didn't he say laddie or did he say lad?
Yeah, it just depended on what he was feeling at the moment.
Okay, I thought that was the guy you told me about. He used to say laddie a lot.
Laddie, when you heard laddie, he was usually in a pretty good mood. Lad,
If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on 1st down. Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Jones now in motion left. Freeman again. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down. Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. And his kick is indeed good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. So the drive takes him inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Pretty move. And now running right through it. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with him punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. A 2nd down throw for Brissett. Trying to force it to Hopkins, and it's intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the 1st half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the 2nd half.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Here we go. Flex round. Let's go.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Here we go.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this 1st half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. They'll set up the screen for Freeman. And the stiff arm made it a pretty little run. Not a huge gain, but a nice chunk of yardage. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Set. Green, 30. Watch it now, Barney. No.
Now back to throw. And he connects with Ebron. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
It's a give to Freeman running right. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
The Falcons averaged 34 points a game last year, tops in the NFL with that powerful offense, and they're already looking for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. Freeman again, a first down carry. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Let's go! 319! 319! 26 Mike, 26 Mike.
Now a former New Mexico Lobo, it's Jarrell Presley. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it's the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Rams go nickel here defensively on 3rd. Looking to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
They'll look to throw here. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
They'll set up a throw toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle 3rd of the field where he threw that one. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. 1:57 to go in this first half. We're back to the City of Angels after this timeout. And his kick is right there. It's good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points. But they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. To throw is Brissett. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe. First play of the drive. Let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue, Detroit.
They'll look to throw. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. And his kick is good. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we send you across the country to Orlando, standing by there, Larry Ridley with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the 2nd half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
In motion left goes Jones.
Leopard. No. Check, Patriot.
On 2nd down, Freeman. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
On the counter, Devontae Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. They'll need to get the play off quickly. They'll set up to throw. Looking deep for Julio. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now Austin. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out if that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. And they're behind the sticks here a bit now, dealing with a 2nd and 12. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. He finds an opening past the 40. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams do gain a bit of respectability. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now let's go.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The wide receiver moving to a new spot. They're going to look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now let's go. 3-19.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen.
They go play action here on first down. He completes it to Julio Jones. A good pickup there at 22.
Let's go. Green, 39. 152.
And the wideout in motion. A handoff, Devontae Freeman. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. That one 28 yards on the ground.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go now.
Again, they'll run with Freeman. 12 more yards there and another first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together.
Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39.
He'll drop to throw. That's caught at the 1. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Eric Ebron, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons continue to pour it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Here we go.
A first down throw for Brissett. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. Now Gurley staying down. Well, let's hope he's all right. We'll check on his status when we get back. 10 yards still left on 2nd down. Now Brissett throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. First down, Brissett. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Dontari Poe in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Brissett now on 2nd down. And he's going to go down again.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Let's go. White, 90. Flex round.
from the gun. Here's Brissett. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Robert Alford. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Now Freeman, he's been busy today. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Gun. No. Check. Patriot.
And they're going to go soft on the corners. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And this ball's going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, it totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Come on, let's go. Flex round.
Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Duke Riley, tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. The Rams on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 17. Back near his goal line, Brissett. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Come on, let's flex round. Come on, let's go. Ohio. Check. Ohio. Flex round.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Caught left side, Hopkins. Give him 5 on the play there. And it'll be 1st down, Rams. Felt compelled to go for it there on fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a fourth down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You stop to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
Shift together here from the D-line. The first run for the backup, Abdullah. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. So what will they do? On the ground, through the air, let's see. 2nd and 9. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 25. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them into the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he spins through. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Fresh set of downs here. Now a play fake here on first down. He'll buy some time right. Going deep for Hopkins. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And that is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that'll make it third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Play fake. Brissett. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass.
Here we go.
On first down, it's Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And there's a nice stop for the defense. They've had a tough time containing this guy all game long, but maybe they can build a little bit off of that play, a little bit of confidence, a little bit of momentum. Yeah, every now and then you can actually tackle that guy.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Come on, let's go.
Here's Brissett. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Austin. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Tavon Austin. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And it's for pride now, but the Rams do get a bit closer. And he knocks it through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and give these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And the big tight end shifting around. After the penalty, here's Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be a 2nd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Let's go! Back down, Philly. Here we go!
Freeman at tailback. He's got it running left. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a 1st down. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning.
All right, here we go.
Coming left, it's Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And the tight end Ebron in motion. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. In motion goes the tight end. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Jones. That one goes for 24 yards. Well, I'm sure he likes this performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week. but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. And other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. First and goal here from the 2.
Hurry up, here we go. Green. Gun. Leopard. Hurry up. Back 99 Philly, here we go. Detroit.
They come out here in the eye.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up. Hurry up, here we go. 319.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he floats one there, incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
All right, now look at 56. All right, here we go.
Second and goal from the 2-yard line. They'll look to run with Freeman. It's a loss of 2, now third down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.